chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. The Giants had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Let's go now.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. And the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. Back to throw here. Looking for Tonyan on the crosser, and he's got it complete. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. We're scoreless after 1. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 10 seconds.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Let's go now. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Fury, yellow.
Now back to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Ninth play of the drive now on third and a country mile. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. On play action, they'll throw. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2nd and 14. And his throw is incomplete. Romeo Doubs is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 3rd down, Barkley. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Barkley, inside handoff. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Off the option, it's Jones. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, don't fear it.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll go to Barkley again. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Ready, set.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Running left, it's Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Running again with Barkley on second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Up the middle with Barkley. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Let's go now.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And they'll run for it with Barkley. Powers through it, and he's going to get this inside the 30. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
It's taken to the 26. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
Okay,
Ball
ready.
up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A handoff to Barkley. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is going to be Packer football.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right?
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and 2. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kayvon Thibodeaux, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon, 27 yards. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 8 yards to go on second down.
Go, Jack! Go, Jack!
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On first down, Blanton trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The offense on third down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw here's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw again. He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. But I believe the Giants got this back and they will hold on to the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Set, ready. 6, mega. Ready.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Packers, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And